Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all to Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we are here to settle the last 5 drivers to be in the Winston All-Star Race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. In this opening race prelude called the Winston Open. Now, both the Open and the All-Star Race will both be 20 laps here today. And so it's going to be a short race here. So it's going to be a short open, I should say. But it's going to be a great event here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as it always will be. And I tell you what, the butterflies, it's going to be butterflies in the stomach for every one of these drivers, especially considering knowing the top 5 transfers in an event, not just the winner, but the top 5 transfers all into this event, to try to join the field of about, I don't know how many we're going to have in the All-Star Race itself, but we'll see by the end of these 20 laps who all pulls it off here today. They did qualify for the Winston Open, but for the Castrol GTX Cup Series All-Star event, it's going to be lined up by numerical order as always, so we'll see what happens here. So with all that said, on the pole for today's running event, for today's running in the Winston All-Star Open, it's Michael Turner. He's on the pole for today's event in the number 31 Low Chevrolet. For today's Winston Open, I should say. Flanking him alongside will be number 88, the Ford Quality Care Service Ford Taurus. It's Keith Batson on the outside. Row 2, it's Kat Tellier, number 10, the Tide Ford. She'll be alongside the number 23 Noble Chevrolet, or Winston Noble Ford, excuse me. It's Carson Gum. He's on the outside. Row 3, it's Jason Haywood, number 17, the DEWALT Tools Ford. Flanking him will be the number 6 Valvoline Ford. It's Benjamin Miles. He's on the outside. 4th row, it's Matt Haas, car number 8, the Budweiser Chevrolet. Beside him, the Route 66 Jeans Big Kmart Ford, number 66. It's Jordan Anderson. 5th row has Trent Dunham, number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet. Flanking him on the outside will be Zachary Fitzwater, number 97, the John Deere Ford. The next row down has Becca Tellier, number 12, the Mobile One Ford, and she'll be flanked by number 19, the Dodge Dealers Dodge. It's Joshua Sakuli. Next row down has Zach Flickinger, number 41, the Target Dodge. Beside him will be Seth Cole, number 44, the Georgia Pacific Papers Dodge. And starting shotgun in the field in the Winston Open is Chris Dodd, and in number 15, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, and Matt McIntyre, the SiriusXM Satellite Radio Dodge. So with all that said here, so that's the starting line for today's running of the Winston Open. Here comes the command of Fire the Engines here at Charlotte.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engines.
And it's hard to believe that all it is just 16 cars to try to vie for 5 spots here in the Winston Open. So we have 24 cars, I believe, in the Winston All-Star Race. So we're going to have a 29-car field overall. So there'll be 11 cars disappointed that they will not get to be in that event. At least they'll still have the Coca-Cola 600 to try to vindicate themselves, those who fail to make the show in the Winston All-Star Race. And 29 is a whole lot for an all-star field. I had thoughts of just doing it down to just 2 cars, but for the transfer like I did before. But that's how I got it now. Anyway, it's a 5-car transfer. But anyway, There is some big names who deserve to be in the All-Star race, no question about it, though. I mean, guys like Keith Batson, who starts on the outside, guys like Seth Cole, guys like Trent Dunham, Carson Gum, Benjamin Miles. Mentioned Seth Cole already here. I mean, those guys, Chris Dodd, winner of last season's Daytona 500, they are all trying to vie for the spots here. Green flag race, we're underway for 20 laps. See who gets in the All-Star race or not. Here we go. And Jason Haywood going to the inside lane, wasting no time in the number 17 cars. They go to the inside lane, trying for the number 1 position. There's Haywood. He goes inside of Cat Tellier for the number 1 position. And look at how fast these cars are already going there. This is going to be a very fast-paced race. Races we're going to have at Charlotte. The 600 itself is going to be 60 laps. The longest running event literally on a 1.5-mile racetrack. Matt Haas goes to the lead, number 8. Here comes Trent Dunham, number 1 to the inside lane. On board Trent Dunham's car, number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet. He's got one of our in-car cameras for today's event. Or for today's Winston Open, I should say. One of the cars for Sega Keith Motorsports. I guess you might say the 8 cars. Is another one here with Matt Haas driving. Becca Tellier right there behind, number 12. The Mumble One Ford. And right now the bubble spot belonging to Chris Dodd at number 15. Matt McIntyre in 6th position. Zachary Fitzwater is another big name that's in the All-Star Open. He almost took the title at Martinsville this season, only to get passed late in the going by Levi McIntyre. As they come off corner number 4 here, top 5 remain status quo. Excuse me. Now they're starting to mix up just a little bit here. Becca Tellier goes inside now, number 12. She'll take 2nd position away from Dunham. Here comes Chris Dodd making a move to the inside fast. As he's gotten by Flickinger, now he goes inside of Dunham for position. The 1 and a 15. A pair of 2001 Monte Carlos going at it. Leader is still Matt Haas at number 8. Here comes Fitzwater to the inside. The Flying Aussie to the inside lane. He'll take position away from McIntyre. See where that Matt McIntyre, I should say. Let's see where that puts Fitzy. Fitzy's now in the bubble at in 5th position. Off turn number 2 they come. Kat Tellier now going inside the lane here. She's going to take Keith Batson with her. And Michael Turner, the Winston All-Star Open pole sitter. Batson takes position away here. That's going to move Keith, I think, up to the 8th position. Seth Cole trying to make his way through the field right now. Car number 44. Seth started from the pole at the Richmond event. Had to lead for about much of the early going, but then lost it late in the going to Kyle Matthews. So Seth wants to vindicate himself as well. The man who's the president of the NNSCRA. He rides in 10th position right now. He needs to gain about 5 more spots to get on that bubble. It's held by Zachary Fitzwater at the moment. Right now, the top 4 has not changed much. It's Haas, Tellier, Becca Tellier, that is. Chris Dodd and Trent Dunham. That's the top 4. Then Fitzwater holds 5th, and Matt McIntyre 6th. 7th is Kat Tellier. 8th is Keith Batson. 9th, Michael Turner. 10th is Seth Cole. Zach Flickinger's in 11th. 12th is Benjamin Miles. Jason Haywood, 13th. 14th is Carson Gum. Joshua Sakuli 15th and 16th position. Last right now is Jordan Anderson. That's how they run at the moment. Cars lined up single file here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Not much racing happening here. Looks like it was at Texas, believe it or not. Riding along with Trent Dunham in number 1. Chris Dodd going to the inside lane. Trying to get position on Cat Tellier. Chris comes in behind Tellier, and now Dunham's the one up to the high side. Here comes Fitzwater. He's going to try to improve his spot the 4th position. Whoa, that was close. Fitzwater up to 4th. Dunham maybe out of the top 5 after with this little move. And now here comes Chris Dodd to the inside lane. But Cat Tellier is now going to try to get herself into contention. So is Keith Batson. Now Dunham up that high groove at the racetrack, and that's going to cost him a lot. So now Matt McIntyre, I think, has got the bubble. And yes, he does. He's got the bubble. He's in 5th position. But the 2 KAB Enterprises cars, both in 6 and 7, they're both like sharks around the water. They smell blood and they go for it. So. Six laps to go in the Winston Open. Cat Tellier, number 6 position, I should say. She's in number 10, I should say. She's in 6th position. One more spot, and she's right there. Meantime, Becca Tellier, she's going to try to make a move for the number. She's in contention to take that Winston Open victory from Matt Haas, who's dominated this event. Here comes Tellier to the inside. That's Becca Tellier to the inside lane. Going for the number 1 spot on Matt Haas here side by side. The 12 and the 8. And here comes Chris Dodd. And now Becca Tellier goes in. And now Cat Tellier goes inside number 10. Fitzwater up the high side. He loses. And now, oh, and it's going to be a shuffle right now. Who's going to be in the top 5 and all this is going to be over. Right, and right now the bubble is held still by Matt McIntyre. And now Michael Turner, I think, is now in the 5th position at the moment. Back at Cat Tellier's now at the, I think that's 3rd position. Coming down for 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go now. And here comes Keith Batson, 3 wide inside of Matt McIntyre for position. Backstretch they come. Cat Tellier goes inside of Chris Dodd for position. That's going to be for 2nd. And she takes it. Two laps to go. Chris Dodd up the high side of the track here. Matt McIntyre. He still holds on to that 5th position, but he's got Keith Batson right behind. Here comes Batson for 5th. To the start finish line to come, it'll be the white flag. Becca Tellier and Cat Tellier. The Tellier girls are in the 1st and 2nd positions. Becca Tellier leads position, and their 3rd car and the 3rd KB car, Keith Batson, currently holds 5th at the moment. But he knows Matt McIntyre's got some of his tricks. Meantime, we're focusing on that top, the battle for the win in the Winston Open. Cat Tellier goes inside for position. Not going to happen. Becca Tellier wins the Winston Open at Charlotte. Cat Tellier is going to be 2nd. 3rd is going to be Chris Dodd. 4th position is going to go to Michael Turner. And the final transfer spot for 5th is going to be Keith Batson, as he put up a tremendous outing, as he put up a tremendous charge to take 5th, and it paid off to take that spot from Matt McIntyre. He comes on 6th. 7th position will be Zach Flickinger. 8th spot will be Benjamin Miles. Seth Cole comes home in 10th, and Carson Gum comes home in 10th position. Seth Cole actually comes home in 9th. Average speed 199.667 in the Winston All-Star Open. As we will have 20 more laps to go for the Winston All-Star race. So again, your transfers, Becca Tellier, Kat Tellier, 2 rookies transferring into the All-Star event. Chris Dodd will transfer, Michael Turner will transfer, and Keith Batson's your last transfer into the All-Star race. So for Matt McIntyre, Zach Flickinger, Benjamin Miles, Seth Cole, Carson Gum, Joshua Sakuli, Zachary Fitzwater, Jordan Anderson, Trent Dunham, Jason Haywood, and Matt Haas. And poor Matt Haas, he had that race won to dominate the event, only to fall victim to a late charge, and he ends up last. So for 6th on down to 16th, it's going to be better luck next time, and better luck at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. So that's your top 5 finishers in today's event. And so with all that said, with all that said, this is James Qualls. We will see, and with all that said, the Winston All-Star race Winston All-Star Open is over. This is James Qualls, and we will be back, and we'll be back to Charlotte right after this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we are set to go for the main event in All-Star Race weekend. It is the Winston All-Star Race, 20 laps of distance here on this racetrack at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and 29 cars are set to go racing here. And it's no points, but it's all for money, if it were all real, that is. But in the case of NR, it's no money. It's no money, no points, but all for pride at stake here at this racetrack at Charlotte. 20 laps is how much we're going to go here. We had 20 for the All-Star Open. 5 drivers transferred into that race. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the starting lineup for today's running event. We have special paint schemes for some of these cars. So here we go. On the pole for the Winston All-Star Race, number 2, the Miller Lite Dodge. It is Dylan Young. He's on the pole for today's event. Alongside of him, Dylan Young driving the Flame Job number 2. Cole Deaver will start alongside of him, the number 3 Wrangler Jeans Chevrolet. The throwback to the 1987 Dale Earnhardt scheme when he did the pass in the grass. Starting in 3rd position, to number 5, the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Chevrolet, with the Tony the Tiger paint scheme. It's Kyle Matthews and starting 3rd. Starting 4th, the number 01 Singular Wireless Dodge, the Daytona 500 champion Emmanuel Hartnett. 3rd row, starting in 5th position, it's JT Bryant, 2-time winner this season in the Alltel Ford Car 02. Flanking him outside, starting in 6th position, it's Kat Tellier, the number 10 Tide Ford. She got him by winning the Winston All-Star. She got into this race by finishing 2nd in the Winston Open. Starting in 7th position, number 12, the Mobile One Ford. She got in by winning the Winston Open. It's Becca Tellier, number 12. And she'll be alongside, starting in 8th position, the number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. He got in this race by finishing 3rd in the Winston Open, I think. It's Chris Dodd, the number 15 Napa Chevrolet. Starting in 9th position, the number 18 Interstate Batteries MB&A Pontiac. He won this race, and he won the season at Texas Motor Speedway. That's how he's in. It's Andrew Davis, and starting beside him, his teammate, number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac. He's in this race by being the season champion from season 6. It's Dalton Day. He's a 4-time winner of this event. Then it's Quentin Moore, number 21, to Sitgo Ford. He got in this race by winning last season at Michigan Speedway. He's in the 21 Sitgo Ford. He starts his race in 11th position. Starting 12th is the number 22 Caterpillar Pontiac. He's in this race by winning the season 1 championship. It's Dylan Poteet. He's starting this race in 12th. Starting in 13th position, it's Kev Shearer, the DuPont Chevrolet car 24, a special paint scheme for that event. He's in this race by sweeping both Charlotte events last season. And flanking him alongside number 25, the Michael Hologen Chevrolet, Ryan George. He's on the outside. His win came last season at Richmond, the second Richmond event. He starts his race in 14th position. Starting 15th, it's Chelsea Bowles, car 26, the Discover Card Ford. She'll be alongside Johnny Gardner in the Texaco Haviland Ford. The season 8 champion. He starts his race in 16th. Then it's Daniel Olson, number 29, Goodwrench Chevrolet. He starts 17th, starting 18th in a special gold skull paint scheme. It's Andrew Perry, number 33. He starts this race in 18th. Starting 19th, it's Jesse Turner in the M&M's Pontiac, car number 36, excuse me. Starts this race in 19th. And starting 20th, the winner season at Talladega, it's Joshua Osborne in the Mel Salvability Chevrolet. Number 42, he's also the 2-time champion. Joshua Collard in the special Petty Blue, number 43 scheme, starts his race 21st. And starting alongside in 22nd position, it's Mike Becker, the winner of the season at Bristol. The command has been given to fire them up here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Winston All-Star event. We'll finish the starting line for you right here. Starting in the next row down, it's Jonathan Sorda, number 40 at the Lowe's Chevrolet. He won his race this season at Atlanta. Beside him, Dougie Shears, winner at North Wilkesboro, in number 55, the Square D Chevrolet. Then it's the season 15 champion. It's Charles Sanford, number 60, the Power Team Chevrolet. He starts inside of the next row down. He will be actually starting alongside John Arndt, number 71, the Team Realtree Chevrolet, the winner of the season at California. Then it's Keith Batson. He got in this race by finishing 5th in the Winston All-Star Open. And number 88 Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford Taurus. He'll be starting alongside the 3-time series champion, Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's McFlurry Ford. She's on the outside. And then scratching the field, 2-time winner of the season, Levi McIntyre in the Exide Barriers SKF Ford. His car number is 99. Ford and Chevy is the front row for today's event. As we said, no points, no money. Like I said, it would be for money if it were all real. But it's for all pride at stake at Charlotte. Who will it be in the 20 laps that will be run in this Winston All-Star event? Dylan Young on the pole for this event here. He's alongside Cole Deaver. His win came at Rockingham last season. Green flag waves and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. The Winston All-Star race is on as they come down through turns 1 and 2 here. Dylan Young on the pole, on the point here. Here comes Kyle Matthews, car number 5 to the inside lane, looking to lead the first lap of this event. And he takes the Tony the Tiger scheme up to the number 1 spot here. Becca Tellier to the inside. She goes to 2nd position. Kyle Matthews leads lap number 1. 19 laps to go, but as fast as these cars are running around here at Charlotte, these 19 laps should click off in a hurry. Matthews to the lead. Becca Tellier second. Pole sitter Dylan Young in 3rd position. In the 4th goes Chris Dodd. And in the 5th now goes Andrew Davis. Then Quentin Moore 6th position. And here comes the battle for 7th. It's Kev Shearer and JT Bryant. Cole Deaver right behind the number 3 car. He runs now runs in 8th position as Dylan Young goes inside for 2nd position on Becca Tellier. Here comes Chris Dodd to the inside lane. Tellier and Dodd were both transfers from the All-Star Open. But here they are running 3rd and 4th in this event as Matthews and Young, 2 of the veterans, lead the field. And both of them would love to add an all-star race win to their resume. Dylan Young driving a special number 2 Miller Lite paint scheme. That's a flame job number 2 he's driving. He's got a special paint scheme for the Midsummer Classic, the Pepsi 400 down in Daytona, where he'll be running the Miller Lite Harley Davidson scheme. And 3 wide there, Cole Deaver inside of Kev Shearer for position. Shearer does not want to give it up. He runs good here. Shearer usually runs good here at Charlotte. And he is right now running in 5th position. Shearer driving the 2000 All-Star Race scheme that Jeff Gordon ran that year. A weird rainbow paint scheme, but it looks pretty darn good. Chelsea Bowles in 6th position. Daniel Olson driving the 2002 Kevin Harvick scheme. Runs in the 7th position. 8th position is Emmanuel Hartnett. And battling for 9th is Joshua Collard and Cole Deaver. They come down to the 3rd turn now. Collard, the all petty blue paint scheme, kind of a throwback to the late 60s and early 70s, kind of throwback to the 60s and 70s. With that scheme, actually 60s and early 70s, actually, I should say, before Petty had ASTP sponsorship. Collard right now running in 9th position. Jonathan Zorlin in 10th position as he gets around Deaver for that spot. Charles Sanford up to the high side. Here comes Levi McIntyre to the inside lane. Trying to move his way up to the field here. He runs in 15th position, or 16th rather. Sanford runs 15th. Here comes Andrew Perry with the help of Jessica Shelton. And kind of surprising, we have not seen these cars move forward to the field. Some of the veterans in the field, like Shelton and McIntyre, and some of the others here, they have not moved their way up through the field. And we're starting to have a battle shape up for the lead here. Matthews has got Dylan Young, Chris Dodd, and Quentin Moore all right behind him. Matthews has led from the get-go so far, but there's still 11 laps to go in this event here. Dodd to the inside. Dodd runs in 3rd position. Shearer runs in 5th as he and Bells is now is about to close up on that front foursome, which now has Chris Dodd looking inside Dylan Young for 2nd. And he's got it. Young up to the high side. Quentin Moore trying to help him. And now here comes Cab Shearer in the mix down number 24. He's going to go inside of Quentin Moore. But Moore says no way, and he blocks Shearer's move. Off corner number 4 they come. Kyle Matthews, though, loving all this. He's saying, go on there back there and race there back there, guys. I'm going to take off and win this thing. But Chris Dodd is broken free from that pack, and he is now in hot pursuit of Kyle Matthews. Daniel Olson up to the 5th position now at number 29 as he pulls in behind Shearer's car. Hartnett through the field. Here comes Collard. Zorlin's up there. Cole Deaver, number 3. He's up through the field now. Ryan George, Andrew Davis, Dalton Day in this mix here. Starting to get a little racy through this pack of cars here. Meanwhile, the front 6 cars have broken away. Shearer looks to the inside there. That's for 3rd position between he and Quentin Moore. Off corner number 4 they come, or number 2 they come, excuse me. 4 Chevrolets in the Ford in the top 5 spots. And then you got Dodge in the 6th position, a Pontiac in 7th, Ford in 8th, or Chevrolet in 8th and 9th and 10th. Dylan Young still up on the high side here. Andrew Perry driving the Gold Skull scheme in this race. And what a disappointment for some of the big names here, not able to mount a charge in the field. Joshua Osborne anchoring the field in last position at the moment. His number 42 not running very well. But all the fun's happening up front here. Who's gonna make a move on the 5 with Kyle Matthews? That's the question. Chris Dodd giving it a good shot though, that 15 machine though, but you know he would love to make a move. Cab Shearer. Don't count him out just yet in that 24 car. He may have some of his sleeve. Here comes Dodd to the inside of Matthews. Matthews throws the block, but Dodd, he is right there on the back bumper of that 5. Shears in third. Fourth is Olsen. Fifth is Hartnett. Down the start finish line they come here. They'll be down to 4 laps to go this time by. Kyle Matthews trying to hold them all off. Matthews got in this race as a last minute Matthews got in this race at the very last minute by winning the race at Richmond. The last point stop on the tour. Through this in Chris Dodd closing back up another time. Start finish line now with 3 laps to go. Lap speed's over 200 miles per hour. We told you these 20 laps will click by quit. We'll click away quick. Battle for 6th position right there. Cole Deaver and Cab Shearer. He gets around him for that position. Deaver up to 6th. And at number 3, Goodwrench Chevrolet. Or Goodwrench Wrangler Chevrolet, I should say. 2 laps to go. Something tells me to think Dodd maybe wait until the final lap to try to make a run at Kyle Matthews. No, he will not. Here comes Daniel Olsen for 2nd. Car number 29, but Dodd throws the block. He gets the draft off that 29 of Olsen. Dodd closing in another time. It'll be the white flag waving. Hartnett taking 4th away from Quentin Moore. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Here comes Dodd to the inside. Matthews slams the door on him. Will it be Kyle Matthews or Chris Dodd in victory lane here at the Winston All-Star race? Backstretch now. Dodd. Does he take a look to the inside? He closes back up another time on Matthews. I don't think he's got anything inside. Dodd looks inside for a desperate attempt. It's not going to happen. The season 17 All-Star race goes to Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews led them all from start to finish in the Winston All-Star event for season 17. But boy, what a fight he got from Chris Dodd in number 15, the Napa Auto Chevy. A transfer for the Winston Open, no less. But what a finish that was. Kyle Matthews takes Tony the Tiger to victory lane in the Winston All-Star race for season 17. 199.527 was the average. Dodd finishes 2nd. 3rd will be Daniel Olsen. Emmanuel Hartnett will finish 4th. 5th place will be Cole Deaver. 6th position will be Daniel Olsen. 7th position will be Jonathan Zorlin. Dalton Day 8th. 9th will be Ryan George. And 10th place will go to Andrew Perry. Whew. Wow, what a race we had here today in the Winston All-Star event here. Finishing 11th position was Cab Shearer. 12th was Chelsea Bowles. 13th, Joshua Collard. Levi McIntyre, 14th. 15th position will be Dougie Shears. Andrew Davis comes home in 16th position. 17th, JT Bryant. 18th, Mike Becker. 19th place will be Dylan Poteet. And Keith Batson will finish in 20th position. Becca Tellier, 21st. 22nd was Kat Tellier. Charles Stanford, 23rd. 24th was Jesse Turner. 25th, Johnny Gardner. John Arndt, 26th. Jessica Shelton, a bad run for her, finishing 27th. In the All-Star race, I should say. Joshua Osborne, 28th. And Dylan Young, who started from the pole, ends up dead last in this event. But a good race we had here in the Winston All-Star event. Kyle Matthews started this race in 3rd position, but led every lap in this event. Didn't expect that, but a win is a win, and that's what Kyle Matthews got in the Winston All-Star race. As he wins here today at Charlotte, and you know that's going to give that team a lot of confidence for the Coca-Cola 600. as Kyle Matthews holds up a hard charging Chris Dodd to take the victory. A couple times I thought Dodd was going to make a move and here for the win, but didn't. But that's how it is here in this event. Here, Chris, here. So Kyle Matthews takes the season 17 Winston All-Star event at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Next stop we'll be back here for the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. Excuse me. for a cup here for the longest cup race on the tour. 60 laps will be the distance for the 600 here on this racetrack. So, with all that said here, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You'll find everything on this channel here that you like here. You never know what's going to pop up in our races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for this channel. You name it, it's all here in the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. So if you like, so we'll be back. So we'll see you here at Charlotte for the 600 for Coca-Cola 600. Again, congratulations to Kyle Matthews for winning the Winston All-Star Race for Season 17 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So for now on, this is James Qualls, and this has been a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?